What I'm going to do is sharing my experience about the American way to enjoy the upcoming total solar eclipse event. I attended in total solar eclipse class with my wife on 9th July at Stephen Family YMCA in Champaign. The lecturer was David Linton, who is an Eastern Illinois astronomer. At first, I was very wondered why this class was held at the YMCA instead of the university or public library. Actually, YMCA was the place for encouraging people to communicate better each other. This is the slogan title written on the top of the main entrance at YMCA. It says that the Stepan Family YMCA will be a ray of hope in our community that inspires people to be better. I heard that the lecturer was also one of the members at YMCA. My wife gets the same aquatic aerobic class with him at YMCA. Although he is a professor at university, he wants to share his expert knowledge with his local residents in order to encourage them to enjoy this gorgeous nature event. I think that's why he chose this YMCA place for his lecture. This photo shows that how the class was. Many local residents attended his class and listened to his lecture very carefully. He explained how the total eclipse happens and when it happens by using orbit motion of the Earth and Moon. He also described the best location to see the total solar eclipse. According to his speech, this total eclipse will happen on 21st August in this year. Last one happened almost 150 years ago, and the next total eclipse will happen 136 years later, so he insisted that we should not miss this event. He also illustrated various ways to observe it like this. In the end of his lecture, there were a lot of the questions and answers between listeners and our lecturer. I was so impressed because they all were serious and very curious about this total solar eclipse event and really want to learn more. After his lecture, I had a short interview with him. It was interesting that he was explaining the events by using his t-shirts. I attached the recorded clip, so now you can watch it. Jim, I attended to hear the class to explain what is the eclipse is and how it happens. Um, Thankfully, I have a chance to interview with one professor. Could you explain yourself and could you explain?
Go ahead, introduce myself and explain. My name is David Linton. I teach astronomy. Okay. I teach astronomy at Eastern Illinois University in Charleston, and I was giving a talk here at the YMCA in Champaign today about the eclipse that will be taking place, the total solar eclipse that will be taking place on August 21st of this year.
And so, could you explain more details about the events on the 21st of August?
Yeah, I think you want to get down.
Yeah.
Get the date down here. Okay.
Okay.
So see it on there. But what is happening? I can explain on my shirt. The moon will move in between the sun and the earth. Okay, and there'll be a shadow. That the moon always casts a shadow because of the sun, but it's going to be lined up with Illinois. So the tip of the shadow is going to fall on southern Illinois, and if you stayed in Champaign, you would see the sun about 94% covered by the moon, assuming the skies are clear. If you go south, go to southern Illinois, get into a narrow range about 68 miles wide, you can see the sun go out completely. So 100%. It won't be 100% dark, but it'll be much like nighttime. Stars will come out, planets will come out in the sky.
Could you explain any tips on how to observe the eclipse?
If the eclipse is total, you will have just 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Depending upon where you are, you might have less time. But during that time, you can take off any eye protection that you have, and you can look directly at the sun. You'll see the atmosphere of the sun, but you won't be seeing the surface, the photosphere. That's the only time that it's safe to look at the sun during. Only time it's safe to look at the sun, really. But during an eclipse, prior to totality, if you're at that location, and after totality, the sun is partly covered up. And if you're out of that path, like up here in Champaign, you'll never have more than 94% of the sun covered. So 6% is still enough to damage your eye. So you need some special glasses, and I've provided those today to the people in the team. Glasses that will darken the sun, block out 99.999% of the light, and that would make it safe to look at the sun. There are other ways to look at it also, and that's using a little hole and allowing the sun to come through to a screen. There you're not looking towards the sun, you're looking away from the sun, you're looking down, and that would be a safe way to look at the sun.
It's a great idea to see kinds of things using the kind of tools. Yeah. Thank you for your interview. I really enjoyed the kind of your explanation to the people. I think it's much it's very beneficial to me for me to understand what the eclipse happens and how to see. You explain the kinds of various kinds of the tools to see how to see the observatory kinds of. Yes.
I'm glad it helped.
Thank you for.
He was very kind and really likes to share his knowledge with the people. Thanks, Professor David Linton. If you stay in Illinois in August, do not miss this total solar eclipse on 21st August.